Hi preschool friends. We've been talking about the letter S, so I have some books to read to you that start with S. We're going to read a few in Nancy Shaw's series of Sheep in a Jeep and Sheep Blast Off, and another book called Small Green Snake. And with this book I have a tapes because I think you're going to like to listen to the song that goes along with the book. Okay, so our first book is Sheep in a Jeep. Sheep in a Jeep by Nancy Shaw, illustrated by Margot Apple. They're trying to get in that Jeep there, aren't they? Beep, beep. Sheep on a Jeep on a hill that's steep. Uh-oh, the Jeep won't go. Sheep leap to push the Jeep. Sheep shove, sheep grunt, sheep don't think to look up front. Sheep goes splash, Jeep goes thud. Jeep goes deep in the gooey mud. Sheep tug. Sheep shrug. Sheep yelp. Sheep get help. Jeep comes out, the sheep shout. Sheep cheer. Oh dear, the driver sheep forgets to steer. Jeep in a heap, sheep weep. Sheep sweep the heap. Jeep for sale, cheap. Wow, that was a lot of rhyming words. Let's see what the sheep do next. Where do you think they're going? It's called Sheep Blast Off by Nancy Shaw, illustrated by Margot Apple. Uh-oh, what's landed there? Are these regular sheep, or could they be... Sheep see a shape in the mist by a tree. Something has landed. What can it be? Sheep snoop, sheep explore, sheep climb through the spaceship door. Sheep stumble, sheep bumble, engines slowly start to rumble. They grab a knob, it seals the door. Lights come on, engines roar. Everyone gets into gear, they blast right through the stratosphere. Around the world the rocket zips, weightless sheep do jumps and flips. What's that thump? They hit the deck. Two sheep float outside to check. There's just a scratch. It looks okay. Back through the hatch, they're on their way. They tinker with the main controls. The rocket lurches, swoops, and rolls. Lights flash, computers beep, blaring sirens scare the sheep. Sheep panic, sheep guess, which button should they press? Autopilot, that's the one. What's this? It says stun. What's happening to the sheep? Why are those Z's there? Leaving orbit, nicely done. Prepare for touchdown. Home at last. Rocket sheep have had a blast. And there they go. Do you think those were alien sheep? They're going off in the space rocket. Okay. The next story is called The Small Green Snake. It's by Libba Gray and pictures by Meade. The tape is narrated by Vivian, Bayubay, and Steve Blane.
Small Green Snake by Libba Gray. Pictures by Meade. With a zip and a zag and a wiggle and a wag, Small Green Snake slid down a moss green stone and startled his mother, who was stretched out in the grass like a lush lime ribbon.
I'm a grassy garter snake, a sassy, flashy, tail twisting, tail turning, tail snapping, green snake. Hiss, a hiss, a hiss, a hiss, a hiss.
Mama Snake did not smile, for Small Green Snake had been gone a long time. She raised her long, lean neck and said to him in a stern voice, "Listen, green baby, if you wander too far, you're going to get captured in a glass jelly jar." While his sisters and brother sang in a forked-tongued chorus, Out flicked Small Green Snake's little black tongue at them. But when he looked at his mother, he hung his head and said,
I'll stay in the meadow and listen for your call, here in the dry grass, away from the wall.
So Mama Snake tucked him into a coil for his afternoon nap and stretched out again in hers. Small Green Snake was almost asleep when, snippity, snippity, clippity, clippity, he heard a strange new sound from across the garden wall. Up went Small Green Snake's head. What could it be? He looked at his mother. She was fast asleep. He looked at his sisters and his brother. They were fast asleep too. He curled and uncurled, did a flip and a flop, and out he slid toward the garden wall as fast as his soft little belly would take him. Zip, 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 through the hole in the wall went Small Green Snake, forgetting all about the promise he had made to his mother. Sang his sisters and brother as they watched him disappear.
Oh, aha!
Sang Small Green Snake when he saw what was on the other side of the garden wall. Boldly he slid and sang,
I'm a grassy garter snake, a sassy, flashy, tail twisting, tail turning, tail snapping, green snake.
And with a happy hiss, a hiss, a hiss, he rolled over and over until he landed right across a big blue shoe. Help! 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 Squealed the gardener, snapping her garden shears at him.
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
hissed Small Green Snake, wiggling and waggling away. Zig, zag, zig, raced Small Green Snake. He spotted a coiled green garden hose. It made him think of his mother. Quickly he slid over the coils of plastic and into its center, where he thought he was safe. Plip, plop. Suddenly, Small Green Snake was trapped, just as his mother had warned, in a glass jelly jar. Poor Small Green Snake. He was poked and prodded and turned upside down. He was shaken and stirred. By the end of the day, he could hardly wave his tail or lift his head. Small Green Snake pressed his face against the glass. He missed his mother. He missed his sisters and brother. Rustle, rustle, rustle went something in the ivy. Ripple, ripple, roll went Small Green Snake as he stretched his lean green neck in the direction of the sound. Suddenly, a great ball of orange and white fluff sailed out of the ivy and landed on 4 cat feet, right in front of Small Green Snake's jar. Swish, 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 waved the cat's feathery tail. She stared deep into the narrow black eyes of Small Green Snake. Snap, 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 slapped Small Green Snake's tail. He stared back into the eyes of the orange and yellow cat. Swishity, swishity, snappity, snappity, wobbledy, wobbledy, swish, 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 snap, 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 wobble, 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 until... Whee! Went Small Green Snake as the glass jar went tipping and turning down 1, 2, 3 steps, landing with a crash. Skittery scat went the orange and white cat. Zippity zip went Small Green Snake. And with a hiss and a swish, he raced across the lawn, through the wall, over a fallen limb, around the ferns and flowers, and into the swaying grass of... home. Mama Snake was so happy to have him back that she almost forgot to scold him. Soon Small Green Snake had his sisters and brother crinkling and wrinkling in excitement as they listened to his adventures. Suddenly, they heard a strange new sound. Chush, chush, chush. From across the garden wall, up went 4 green heads. What could it be? This time, 4 bobbing heads leaned forward, and 4 wiggly snakes uncurled in a wavy green line. And with Small Green Snake leading the way, they sang.
We're grassy, grassy garter snakes, sassy, sassy, flashy, flashy, tail twisting, tail turning, tail snapping, green snakes. Hiss, a hiss, a hiss, a hiss, a hiss.
Did you guys get time to color a paper plate and cut it out in a spiral to make your own snake? If you haven't, try it. It's lots of fun. See you next time.